Grace and peace. This is Chief Apostle Donnell Douglas with your daily devotion. You'll find us today in the book of Luke, where it talks about the woman with the issue of blood. If you do the background story on the woman with the issue of blood, you'll find out she had this issue for 12 long years. And with her having this issue, she got desperate in that situation. Now let's give you a little backstory. She's been dealing with this, and in that which she was dealing with, which would be considered in this day and time as her menstrual cycle that lasted that long. The Bible talks about how she spent all her money trying to get herself cured and healed from this issue. But watch what happened. Desperate situation calls for desperate measures. She did something that was unthinkable, because back in those days, you were considered as unclean and you couldn't be in the marketplace. The woman of God pressed her way when she heard that Jesus was passing by. And with her desperation, she pressed through the crowd and she said to herself, the Bible says she said within herself, if I could just touch the hem of his garment. Let me share something with you. The woman of God went to Jesus looking to be healed, but she left whole. I'm going to say that again because that blessed somebody. She went looking to be healed, but she was made whole. Watch what happened. As she grabbed hold to what they considered back in those days as the talit, or the hem of Jesus' prayer shawl, the woman of God pulled the virtue from out of God. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, when you're really desperate for your situation to change, it doesn't matter who's around, why they're around, or what they got going on when they are around. You need your healing. You need to be set free. And it doesn't matter what someone thinks. She grabbed a hold to his talit, and she was made whole in that moment. How do you know? I'm so glad you asked. You guys asked some of the best questions. Jesus himself said, I felt my virtue leave from me because someone touched me. Now, you got to be careful of the people that you have around you, because they'll misinterpret your situation for just something that just happened. Watch what Jesus said. He said, someone touched me. And the disciples around him say, Jesus, you're in the press. You're in a crowd of people. There are many that touch you. He said, no, this touch was different. This touch caused me to grab my attention. Watch this. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to get to the point to where no matter what our condition is, the circumstance is, that when we get to that place where we touch Jesus, we touch him with everything that we got. We reach for him with everything we got. And that causes the shift to take place, not only just in our life, but in our situation. Watch what happens. Jesus turns and sees the woman of God on her knees. He looked at the woman and he said, go, you are made whole. She went looking for healing, but Jesus made her whole. One of the most important things in this place that you're in right now, know that no matter how bad your circumstance may look, no matter how rough your situation is, no matter how bad your circumstances are, there's always an opportunity or a chance for you to be made whole, for you to be made complete, for you to be made into what God has called you to be. Yes, the situation is difficult. Yes, it's complicated. Yes, you don't know which way to go. Yes, it's the tears are constant and continual. But there is a God that sees you, not for just where you are, but who you can become, complete and whole. So today, as we end this moment of devotion, know that God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all you could ask or think. Only thing you got to do is learn how to reach out and touch him. Remember, you're worthy and you're worth it. Have an amazing rest of your day. Be blessed.